It's about The Rock maybe buying WWE, but we can talk about that at a later date. I will move on to this one because we were chatting about it.
I was Nostradamus on that too.
You were Nostradamus on that. In fact, do you know what? I will talk about it. During a media scrums, you will have to now, to promote his new movie, Black Adam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was asked about accepting a seat on the board of WWE or even buying the company outright. Here's the quote. I've known Vince McMahon for a very, very long time, and he's a businessman. I think the key, if there were a sale of the WWE, is to make sure that whoever acquires that brand in that property, you've got to love the wrestling business. Of course, you can love the asset and you can love everything that comes with it, but you've got to love the professional wrestling business. Further on, because if not, then you could kind of see the writing on the wall 4 or 5 years down the road. What will happen? Again, the best person to buy that company will be a group who love the wrestling business, and furthermore, I'm not quite too sure if a board seat is in my future, but possibly other things are in my future for sure. So he's not shut the door on the idea of buying WWE. He's very close with Nick Khan.
Yep.
You've been saying that WWE's been trying to shore up the stock to sell for a few years now.
Well, I predicted this like 2 years ago. I think they're going to get it ready to sell. That's why they got rid of so much talent, because the talent who wasn't adding anything to the bottom line. That's why their profits went up, and they had better profits during the pandemic with running no live events. And I don't know if they're doing more now. I think they're doing pretty good on the live events now. But, and I did say of course, I'm just spitballing it. I'm just saying, I think within 3 years, I said, this is 2 years ago. I said within 3 years, 4 years, the McMahon family may be completely divested of their WWE connections and stock, because I think it will be sold. And I think if the offer came and it was good enough, what's it all saying? I'll make them an offer they can't refuse. Godfather 1 or 2 or whatever it was. I think they're still waiting on that because it's a $5 billion company. That's what it lists. That's what they estimate the value of it. And I do agree with Rock. Somebody that gets that has to love the wrestling business and has to know the ups and the downs of business flow. Somebody that's been in a business for a while, you say, well, it goes up in September, clothing people, because the kids are going back to school. Business comes up, but then it drops in October, things go flat. And then it starts coming up again around Thanksgiving to Christmas. And after Christmas, it drops off. You have to know those flows. And in the wrestling business, it's no different. What did surprise me about WWE is that January the 1st, the start of the new season, they got rid of that. They're not going to do that. And I don't know how you get a season in wrestling. I don't know, unless you just declare it. So they just declared January 1st is the new season. So let's get started on it. But I did think one time, and I'm just spitballing here again too, that football does well because it's not year round. They have an off season. Basketball, off, baseball, off season. Every sport like that, physical sport, has an off season. Wrestling doesn't have that. They run almost 300 days a year. And I think WWE and some of the territories ran more than that. They ran probably 320 days a year, sometimes double headers. So I think if somehow they could work it out they could have, and I don't know how you do that, to tell you the truth. But I think that is not only would maybe help the product, it would give the guys something to look forward to, and the fans, because now you could bill for a start. I don't know how that'd be done, but it's just an idea, and I wish they would maybe at least consider it.